3 days in Positano. We took the train from Florence to Naples and had just enough time for pizza from the famous Da Michele. The shuttle took a little over an hour to arrive in Positano, and we were rewarded with this view. We checked into Hotel Concadoro, which had this beautiful view from their terrace. We then went for a walk and stumbled upon Il Capitano, a restaurant perched on the cliffside with this gorgeous view and a beautiful caprese salad. Day 2 was a boat day. There were 6 in our group, and we rented a private boat with Luci Bello to take us around the Amalfi Coast and to Capri. The boat left from Spiaggia Grande and cost about $300 per person, an absolute must-do while in Positano. Our first stop was Capri, which is absolutely beautiful from the water. We explored the grottos and went for a swim, and then headed over to the famous arch. Our skipper Mariano expertly guided us through the archway before taking us to Nerano for lunch. After lunch, we headed over to Ligali Islands for another swim. It was an incredibly hot day in the Amalfi Coast, and the water was so refreshing. Then, with a limoncello spritz in hand, we set off along the Amalfi Coast. It was such a beautiful day and an amazing and relaxing experience, an absolute must-do if you're visiting any part of the Amalfi Coast. When we got back to Positano, we headed back to the hotel and got ready for dinner at a restaurant called Next 2 that had some particularly delicious desserts. Day 3 was a beach day. We headed down the steps to Spiaggia Grande, the famous beach in Positano that I'm sure you've seen all over Instagram. We spent the day relaxing in the Italian sun and had lunch at Rada Beach Bistro, a Michelin Guide restaurant right on the beach. I got the raw fish appetizer and everything was so fresh and delicious. This was probably my favorite meal in Positano, and I definitely recommend it. We then went back to the beach to swim and sunbathe, and then made our way back up the steps to our hotel to get ready for dinner. The steps in Positano are not for the faint of heart, but the food more than makes up for it. We then had dinner at, you guessed it, another Michelin Guide restaurant called Da Vincenzo. After our meal, we wandered the streets of Positano to take in the beautiful views at night. I definitely wish we had more time here, already planning my next trip back.